Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon. We are following two breaking stories at noon. A major update impacting the reopening of schools. Just in from the CDC, they now say students can sit 3 feet apart instead of the 6-foot standard we're all used to. A look at why they made this change. But we begin this Friday afternoon with Governor Whitmer's big announcement affecting restrictions for sports, both professional and high school. Hi, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. The governor easing restrictions at outdoor stadiums, but adding new requirements for school sports. Here is a look at the major changes. Outdoor arenas and stadiums can be at 20% capacity if they have plans in place to reduce the spread of the virus. All athletes ages 13 to 19 must get tested weekly to take part in sports. And the order allows people to go unmasked at gatherings at home if everyone has been vaccinated. Rob Maloney working this story. He's live at Comerica Park with the changes ahead there, and he's got a special guest.
Yes, I do, and we'll be talking to him. His name is Chris Lawrence. He's with the Tigers here in just a second. But let's talk about what the governor had to say this morning. In particular, it has to do with the fact that we are seeing cases rising in the state of Michigan, and yet the governor feels confident that we can re-engage some things. That's the word she uses. And she's gone ahead and moved forward with allowing more people here at Comerica Park. So let's hear from the governor what she had to say about this and the high school sports situation.
High school student athletics will now be required to get tested before all sports practices and competitions. Outdoor stadiums can now go up to 20% capacity with certain COVID mitigations in place. And finally, vaccinated people can remove their masks in residential gatherings if all participants have been vaccinated.
Well, those are some important changes. And here at Comerica Park, where they originally thought they could only have 1,000 fans, they're now going to be allowed to have 8,200. With me, Chris Lawrence from the Tigers, Vice President of Operations. And Chris, the big thing that a lot of people want to know, because it's not just about opening day, what about tickets? How and when do we get involved with buying tickets?
Yeah, so March 25th. 10 a.m. at tigers.com. Single game tickets will go on sale. We're working through our 1901 Society members now, but March 25th, 10 a.m., tigers.com.
And just quickly, some of the things you're going to worry about in terms of being a fan and coming. You have to make sure that you're healthy, and there's some other things, right?
Yeah, sure. So do a pre-screen, which will be available with your tickets on your MLB app. Wear a mask. Pay attention to all the announcements and signage that we have in terms of seating locations and all the other health and safety protocols that are in place. But most of all, just come down, have a great time, wear a mask, and we're ready for you.
Okay, well, Chris, there's a lot more to this, and Chris didn't say it all, and that's good. But we'll have that for you coming up on Local 4 News at 5, because there are things you really need to know if you're going to be coming out to the ballpark, especially if the governor starts ratcheting back so that you can have more fans in the stands. So we'll have that again on Local 4 News at 5. So reporting downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right. Thank you, Rod. We appreciate it. As for where things stand with the virus in Michigan, the state's top medical executive says we are going in the wrong direction. Dr. Janae Caldoun says cases have been going up since late February, and hospitalizations are increasing over the last 2 weeks. She attributes some of that to virus variants. Michigan now has 2 cases of the South Africa variant. We have 756 cases of the UK variant. That is the second highest state behind Florida.
And I'm concerned about our current numbers. It's imperative that we protect each other by doing things like wearing masks and practicing social distancing. I know it's getting warmer, vaccines are rolling out, and people are tired of this pandemic. But we're not out of the woods yet. And we could potentially be at the beginning of another surge in Michigan.
Now, the doctor says vaccines, of course, will help. 1 in 4 Michiganders over the age of 16 have received at least 1 dose. We do have more breaking news this noon. A short time ago, the CDC made a big change in the guidance for K through 12 schools. They've relaxed social distancing guidelines, now saying students can sit 3 feet apart in classrooms if they're wearing masks. It will help get more kids back to face-to-face learning. Many schools had to remove desks and then stagger schedules to comply with that 6 feet standard. Carrie Sanders shows us how they came to this decision.
Just about everywhere we go, from grocery stores to theme parks to stadiums, the rule is well established. Keep 6 feet apart. But now, a new study published in the Journal of Clinical Infectious Diseases compared COVID rates among students and staff in Massachusetts public schools at 3 feet of separation instead of 6. And the authors concluded lower physical distancing policies can be adopted in school settings with masking mandates without negatively impacting student or staff safety.
We asked the question, provided everybody is wearing masks, is 3 feet as safe as 6 feet? And the answer was yes.
Does this mean we could do 3 feet where we work, or at least where we used to work in an office?
So our study was pretty narrowly focused on schools, but I think that's an open question.
Across the country, with now 100 million shots in arms and exhaustion with COVID restrictions, cutting the awkward 6 foot apart conversations in half would be a welcome change.
6 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet, what's the difference?
But from Miami-Dade schools, a warning this morning. As we've seen in simulations, particles spread quickly indoors, so going from 6 feet to 3 feet, or the 1 meter rule as they call it here, requires rigid adherence to mask wearing. None of that below the nose nonsense. And hand washing must be constant.
It's 3 feet in addition to a whole host of measures, preventive measures, mitigation strategies, and protocols, all based on science.
That was Carrie Sanders reporting for us. The CDC says the updated 3 feet guidance always applies to elementary school, but it only applies to middle and high schools when the community transmission rates are low or moderate. All right, let's talk about our first look at our weekend forecast. It's our final day of winter. I think a lot of people are happy to see winter go and spring arrive, Brandon.
Well, I'm one of the, I guess, minority that loves winter. Certainly love spring too, but we had a very active February, and that was about it. Tell you what, so we are right on par here, right at 40 degrees and feeling every bit of the last day of winter out there, especially with the breeze. Many of our northern communities, north zone, are struggling in the lower 30s. Why? Well, those winds still whipping off of the big lakes out of the northeast. So 10 to 20 mile an hour winds continue through the day, but barely a cloud in the sky. And at least psychologically, that helps warm the spirit. 46 degrees, our high temperature, feeling again like the upper 20s and 30s. Tell you what, Karen, I had to really search. I didn't know if the clouds and radar was broken here. So way down south, there are some clouds, but nothing going on here. Spring is springing this weekend with a warm-up coming up.
All right, looking forward to hear that. Thanks, Brandon. Got some major developments in the trial of the ex-Minneapolis police officer charged in the death of George Floyd. This morning, the judge denied a defense request to delay or move Derek Chauvin's trial. Chauvin's attorneys argued the announcement of a $27 million settlement with the Floyd family tainted the jury pool. But the judge did approve one defense motion. He will allow the jury to hear some evidence about a prior Floyd arrest where he was found with drugs. Jury selection still ongoing. New organization hoping to amplify the voices of black business owners in Metro Detroit. Today was the official launch of the Metro Detroit Black Business Alliance. The Chamber of Commerce style group will be led by Charity Dean, who leaves Mayor Duggan's administration to become the Alliance's president and CEO. The group aims to develop programs and advocate for policies that will result in more successful black-owned businesses.
We will partner on programs, and we will partner in advocacy, ensuring that black businesses do not just survive, but they thrive. And as a result, we are convinced that the economy in Metro Detroit will be revived.
TCF Bank announced $1 million commitment to support the organization for the next 5 years. More ahead here at noon. Here's Tracy.
Changing focus. I'm Tracy Potts. Coming up, President Biden and Vice President Harris are in Atlanta today, but not for the reason they originally intended. Find out who they're speaking with and the milestone the U.S. will reach today in fighting coronavirus.
All right, Tracy, and you've seen busts of counterfeit purses and sports gear, but what about vaccines? Where these fake doses were found and how authorities knew they weren't the real deal.